Meeting the other people in the Master Woodland class, I really enjoyed that because they all came from different backgrounds. They had different kind of properties. It was a learning experience to go see what they were doing on their properties. My folks have had this land since in the 1920s. Dad gave each of us a 40-acre piece of ground when we were 21. We have about 250 acres now. We've logged 30% of that ground. The rest of it has timber that's the age of this or older. When I got this piece of ground, there were a few small trees around on it and had hay and pasture on it. And then in 1972, my dad didn't want to run sheep anymore, so I plowed this up and planted its trees. In 2000, I went to the Master Woodland Manager class. My background at that time, I'd been logging on my own and thinning it. I was pretty up to speed on what goes on in the logging operations and marketing timber, cruising my own timber. Usually the extension office gets a call from some landowner who wants a forest person to come out and look at their timber. Many of them are new owners. Some of them have significant experience with timber. Some of them are brand new owners. They don't know an oak tree from a fir tree. I enjoyed going on those. It was a learning experience to go look at their situation and interesting to find out, how they decided to buy that particular piece of ground. My favorite part of the Master Woodland Manager class was the business side of what we learned in the class. I had some banking experience for years, so I've always been interested in the business side of things. And that particularly was the part I enjoyed probably more than any. And then I've continued to use that ever since then. We've had elementary kids here, high school kids, college kids, and a lot of extension adult education classes here. I think the kids coming out here gives them a connection to the forestry that they don't even see. If they can come here for half an hour and wander around and see what we do in the forestry, it gives them a whole different understanding and a connection to the timber. This is a perfect lab to bring people to teach a forestry class. We've really worked hard to make sure it's well taken care of, well thinned, so it's going to grow. Our 3 kids are away at professional jobs. They all worked here helping me log some when they were in college. So they all have a very good connection to the timber farm. As a long-term plan, they all understand what needs to be done to run the timber farm. It's easy to manage. And we've been through every piece of it and thinned it. It's in a condition right now to just grow very well.